Hello and welcome to our JAFRA Skin Loving Sun Care event. My name is Luz Mercedes Miller. I am your host for this fabulous event, and we would like to welcome all of our JAFRA guests, friends, and family members that are with us today. If you're here as a guest live from Zoom, be sure to type in the chat who you are, where you're from, and who invited you tonight. And if you've been commenting and following us for quite a few days, for the past few days, you've been accumulating some points. And I'm sure you want to continue getting those points. So please be sure that you do register and let us know where you're from and your name. At the ending of this event, guess what? We're going to have a fabulous grand prize. And that prize is going to be for the person that accumulated the most points is our sun care products. That's right. You're going to be earning that for the one that accumulated the most points. But guess what? Today, we have a very special guest. She is a veteran, a beauty writer, an editor, an on-air personality. She's worked in Women's Magazine for 25 years, including Shapes, Star, and Redbook. She has won 3 Gold Triangle Awards from the American Academy of Dermatology in recognition of excellence in public education. She has made numerous TV appearances, especially here tonight, discussing beauty and fashion trends, including many spots in The View, Good Morning America, Dr. Oz Show, Today, and QVC. And I would love to introduce our fabulous Cheryl Kramer Kaye. Hello, Cheryl, and welcome to our event.
Thank you so much, Luz. Oh my God, your energy is infectious. I am now just bubbling over with excitement to talk to you guys tonight. We are talking about what I consider to be my favorite subject in the whole realm of beauty, and that's sun care. Because as a writer and an editor and an educator, I feel like that is the area in which I can make the biggest difference in somebody's life in terms of their health and in terms of how they look. So I want to throw it back a couple years. Let's go 36 years ago. Okay, so I'm 16 years old and I'm visiting my grandparents in South Florida, and I'm lying on their back deck and I've got my baby oil on and I'm wearing some itty bitty bikini that I could never even look at now. And I came in from spending probably 3 hours outside, and I had, you know what, I bet I can even show you. You can even still see a little bit faintly where the tan line is, because it wasn't a tan. It was the worst burn I'd ever had in my life. And it left me with freckles and age spots. Flash forward, now we're starting to see the lines, the wrinkles, the brown spots, all of the damage that I did, not just that one day, but over many years as a child, out in the sun, fair skinned, not actually fair haired. This is totally colored, but I really spent way too much time in the sun unprotected. I have since had, I don't know, 3 major laser treatments. I get injectables. I do all the stuff to try to undo the damage that I did when I was 15, 16, 17 years old. So I, like any reformed sinner, I am now a fanatic. I am the person who says, you have to be wearing sunscreen. When I would go into the office at any of the magazines and somebody would come in from the weekend with a suntan, I'd be like, why did you do that? Let me give you some sunscreen. We'll never see that again. Thank you very much. Not on my turf. Because if there is one thing that you do, one skincare thing that you do, it's wear sunscreen. Because without the sunscreen, all the other things that you're doing, all the active ingredients that you're wearing, all of the treatments that you're having, those are going to be undone by the sun. They say that 80% of what we look at in the mirror and see as aging is actually sun damage. So this right here, these are my babies, and I'm going to share them with you tonight. But what I want to talk about, the way I want to structure this, is how we read a sunscreen bottle and box, because that is going to tell you everything we need to know about why we wear sunscreen and which sunscreen is the right one for you. So let's talk about first the obvious thing that everyone sees, the biggest number, 50 plus. What is that number? What does that number mean? So SPF is actually a measure of time. So just for easy math sake, let's say you're somebody who goes out in the sun and you get a sunburn in 2 minutes. If you're not wearing any sunscreen, 2 minutes. If you're wearing an SPF 50, you multiply them. 2 minutes, 50 minutes. You get 100 minutes of protection from an SPF 50 before you need to reapply. So if you're someone who can be out in the sun for 10 minutes, then you get 500 minutes out of this. However, there's a catch. Everybody has to reapply after 2 hours anyway. But SPF is a measure of time. It's also considered a measure of efficacy. So if you're wearing an SPF 15, that's going to protect you from about 93% of the solar rays. If you're wearing an SPF 50 plus, that's 97% protection from all the UV that's out there. And you might not think that that's a big difference. 93%, 97%. Trust me, your skin knows there's a difference, especially if you are fair skinned. That difference could be, it's the difference between sunburn and not sunburn, or age spot and not age spot. So I always recommend that people reach for the highest sunscreen number that they can tolerate, because some people are just going to put it on and be like, oh my God, this feels gross. These are beautiful formulas. They don't feel gross. But that is one of the excuses I hear all the time. I don't like the way it feels on my skin. Well, trust me, you're not going to like the way aging feels on your skin either. But so an SPF 50 plus is actually the highest number that the FDA allows you to claim. You'll see 100 SPF 100s out there, but the difference between a 50 plus and 100 is infinitesimal. So this is the right number for pretty much everybody. For on an everyday basis, when you're just walking around, you're going to your car, you're working in an office, you're having, you know, a coffee, but just a couple of sips outside. If you're wearing an SPF 30, I won't get upset. But I really, really would love everybody to be wearing SPF 50 every single day, because it's not just when you go to the beach that you get a sun damage. The incidental sun damage, those walking to being in your car, the UV rays are coming through the windows. So just all those little things that you do really can add up. So it doesn't take one big fry like I did when I was 16. All the little moments of sun exposure can add up to real sun damage. So that's why sunscreen is an everyday affair. So when you look at the number and you see it says SPF 50, and then it says broad, can you guys see that? Broad spectrum. What is broad spectrum? Well, when sunscreen was invented, and the FDA, who regulates drugs, because sunscreen ingredients are considered drugs, they thought that it was only the UVB rays that caused damage to our skin. They thought UVA was no big deal, no problem. So the number that you see on the box refers specifically to UVB. Well, since then, we've learned that UVA rays also cause damage. They don't make you burn nearly as easily as UVB. You can remember UVA, aging, UVB, burning, okay? So even if you don't see a burn, even if you get a gorgeous tan, that's sun damage. So you don't need to burn for it to be damaged. So broad spectrum was developed because we wanted consumers to know that you're not just protecting against UVB, you're also protecting against UVA. And that brings me to the very first ingredient on the box, and that's avobenzone. Avobenzone is a incredibly reliable SPF ingredient that protects you against the UVA aging rays. The other ingredients in here that I'm not going to read because the names are really hard to pronounce, and you can bet I will get it wrong, but they are UVB protectants. Now, some people say, people ask a lot, well, what's the difference between a chemical sunscreen and a mineral sunscreen? What I can tell you is this: they're both incredibly effective. A chemical sunscreen is one that is absorbed by the surface of your skin and waits there for the UV rays to come in and then neutralizes them. The mineral sunscreens, things like zinc oxide and titanium dioxide, those sit on the surface of your skin, almost like wearing a shirt, and they make the UV rays bounce off. So they protect in different ways. The difference in terms of formulation is that chemical sunscreens are what dermatologists like to call, they call it cosmetically elegant. They feel better on your skin. They're much less likely to cause that white cast that you get, especially if you have darker skin that makes skin look really oddly ashy. They're just a better, more pleasant formulation to wear. If you ask me which one is better, you know what the answer is? Whichever one you're gonna wear. Because if you're not wearing sunscreen, it's not going to work for you. So if you prefer a mineral sunscreen, terrific. If you prefer a chemical sunscreen, terrific. Just please wear the sunscreen. Other things that we're going to read on this box. God, I really should have put my readers on. Okay, apply liberally 15 minutes before sun exposure. Well, why do you need to apply it before sun exposure? That's because, especially if it's a chemical sunscreen, those ingredients need to absorb into your skin. So you can't just put it on at the beach or, listen, better put it on later than never, but put it on at home before you go out. Give it time to absorb and then go outside. That way you know you're protected. Now, what does apply liberally mean? It means a lot more than you think you need. So people on average have, the reason that an SPF 50 plus is such a good idea is because a lot of people don't put on enough sunscreen to actually get this level of protection. And so they're ending up with more like an SPF 30. But if you really want to do it right, on your face, you want to use a dollop the size of a quarter. And for the rest of your body, you want a big old blob the size of a golf ball. Okay, or a shot glass. I actually was looking for a shot glass. What does it say about the stage of life that I'm in that I don't have a shot glass in my house? It's kind of sad, but there is a golf ball in there. A golf ball is as much as you need for your whole body. It's a lot. It takes work sometimes to rub in sunscreens. That's why I love these formulas. They're actually beautiful, beautiful formulas that feel more like skincare than sun care, but it's really important to use enough to get the right level of protection. What else does this say on here? Water resistant. There's no such thing as a waterproof sunscreen. You can't go in the water and expect that sunscreen to stay on, even if you're just taking a quick dip. They say water resistant up to 40 minutes. 40 minutes is probably the minimum amount of time. Like you could probably go longer, but this is like the safest bet. After 40 minutes, you want to reapply. And the other thing that we do is when we get out of the water, we towel off. We're taking off some of our sunscreen. Always reapply after you get in the water. Next. What does it say? Reapply every 2 hours. So 2 hours doesn't feel like a short amount of time, but 2 hours can fly by very quickly if you're out to lunch, you're having maybe a margarita. Oops, who's paying attention to the time? And in that case, I recommend that you set an alarm on your phone when you're going out for 2 hours. And if that alarm goes off, it's time to reapply. Now, if you are wearing makeup and you think, well, how on earth am I going to reapply? Guess what we have? A spray-on sunscreen. It makes it so much easier to reapply your sunscreen. I just want to quickly talk about the formulas that we have here and why, which scenarios I like them for. The first one is not part of the sun line from JAFRA. It's the JAFRA Royal Jelly. Love that. Revitalize. Okay, this is glorious. You need to have this in your medicine chest. This is an SPF 50. It feels like nothing. It's like the best feeling on your skin, just moisturizing, but it's giving you that protection that you need every single day. This should be your everyday go-to. These two babies right here are great. Now, wait, back it up. You don't want to necessarily wear your sunscreen with moisturizer as your go to the beach sunscreen, right? In that case, this is really more for just the everyday incidental sun. If you're going to be outside for prolonged periods, as they say, bump it up to the sunline. These are also both SPF 50 plus with all the ingredients that we talked about. These are for your face. One is tinted. Hello. If you are like young and fresh, like all of us are, all you really need sometimes is a tinted sunscreen to get you through the day. You don't even need foundation. So these are your every single day babies over here. Over here, these are the other babies. So this is your body sunscreen, also SPF 50 plus. This is what you're going to put on your arms and your hands when you go outside. You can use this too. You can use this on your face and you can use this on your body. You will know if you can't wear it on your face. Like if you put on the body one and you feel like you might break out or something, stick with the face, but there's no chemical reason that you can't intermix. So you want to, so this, you want to make sure you're putting it on your hands, you're putting it on your neck, you're putting it on your chest. Oh, did you remember to do your ears? That's a place that people forget. Did you do your hairline? That's a place that people forget. So don't forget the little parts that, actually really can burn. This is your spray. This is your great reapplicator. This is a spray lotion. It's a really, really nice formula. And it's one that any spray on, you have to rub it in. So if you're putting it on your face, just kind of press it in, love. And this is the one product that I don't want you to ever have to use, but if you need to use it, it's a really good one. So this is your after sun product. If you got too much sun exposure, or even if you just want to hydrate after being in the sun, the ingredients on this are ridiculously good. So aloe is the one that everybody knows. It's very cooling and soothing after you're in the sun. But this also has squalene, which is a wonderful hydrator. Glycerin. It has, what else does it have in here? All the things that I love. It has dimethicone, which is actually a fantastic skin protectant. It helps keep moisture in. So this is really wonderful if you have been out in the sun, but I prefer that you not get the sunburn in the first place. And the other thing about all of these products is they smell exactly like you want a sunscreen to smell. There's that like really light sort of tropical sensation going on. I can honestly, let's just sniff them. Let's just sit and sniff for a minute. Because they just, honestly, you're gonna love this. So this is basically your arsenal, not just for the summer, but for all year round. And I think that I probably should stop talking because I don't want to go over my time, but I am so excited about this lineup and that you guys are so interested and excited about sun care too.
Thank you so much, Cheryl. I will tell you this. Thank you for sharing your JAFRA sun care babies with all of us. We're so excited. Not only that, you said SPF 50. That's it. Right on. That's what we're going to be using from now on. And I am so thankful that you showed us exactly how to take care of ourselves during the summertime, during this fun sun time. And not only that with our summer essential sun care products from JAFRA. Thank you so much, Cheryl, for sharing all of that with us. We're so excited to have you. And I'm hoping everybody took a lot of notes to get more information about what JAFRA sun care products do for us on a daily basis when we're out and about in the sun having fun. So thank you. And with that being said, we're going to take a look at what JAFRA has to offer us in our business. this is it. Summer is here, and it is your time for you to start a new business. Whether you love social selling, or you're an influencer, or you love being a makeup artist, or you have that passion and the dream to become an independent business owner, you could join this month of June with $39 with our business kit. You could even earn up to 50% of your own personal products, and you could also make profit from your own personal sales. So let's begin today. So thank you all for joining our JAFRA Skincare Love and Care events, because we also have what it takes. If you love what Cheryl just shared with us and you're ready for the season, you want to see all of our summer essential sets that are on sale this month. So what is it? You can save up to 50% and choose 5 for only $69. That's right. We would like for you to take advantage of these offers. Well, we have all of these amazing products just for you and your whole entire family. And if you take a look at the set that's there, we have 3 of our sun care lines that Cheryl just shared with us that is reef-friendly, sweat and water resistance, and it's safe enough for a 6-month-old baby. That's right, for your entire family. It has vitamin E that conditions and hydrates your skin. It also has shea butter and glycerin that helps retain all the moisture. It has elderberry extracts and that conditions your skin as an antioxidant. So we want to invite you, if you would like to buy, book, or begin tonight, contact your JAFRA consultant tonight or visit our JAFRA.com, and you could also call in case if you have any questions or you need any information. But remember this, their number is right there for you. This is it. Tonight is the day for you to make a difference in your life. So complete the second part of your registration. It is listed right there for you with the JAFRA Sun Care that you could keep accumulating a lot of points. We don't want you to miss out on anything tonight. And the best part, there's more. If you're ready for something new, like Cheryl just shared with you, her babies, the sun care babies products that has to do with JAFRA, and you want to start your own business, you could join a JAFRA family just like others that invited you tonight. So if you say yes by midnight Saturday, June 19, we will send you a welcome gift. And I want to thank all of you, and thank you so much, Cheryl Kramer Kaye, for sharing with us your fabulous sun care babies. And I know we're going to continue taking care of ourselves when we're out there having fun in the sun, if it's jogging, exercising, whatever the case might be. But thank you so much for the great pointers. And we want to thank you for joining us tonight, family, friends, and all of our guests. And don't forget to register your name, your information, and where you're from, so you can accumulate and get that beautiful grand prize that we have at the end of our event. So thank you so much from all of us in JAFRA. Have a great day, or a great evening, or a great night.